Hi everyone, it's Whitney. Welcome to my channel. So I'm here with a prom makeup tutorial. I was so excited to do this. Like right when I started my channel, this was on my list of things to do. And this is actually the look I'm going to be doing for prom. My prom is next Saturday. So I'm super excited. I really want to show you guys this and I wanted to show you in advance so maybe you could plan if you're doing your makeup by yourself, if you're having someone do it for you. So if you want to see how I'm going to be doing my prom makeup, then just keep on watching. Alright, just getting straight on into it. I already primed my lids and I used the KKW Concealer in the shade 6. And then now we are going to do a smoky liner. So we're going to be using the Marc Jacobs eyeliner in the shade Brown Out. And then I'm going to be using this little smudger brush to smudge it out. So this liner actually has some sparkle to it, but obviously you can use something matte. You can actually use any color you want. You can do brown, you can do black, you can do purple, blue, literally anything. I'm doing brown because my dress is champagne, tan, in that realm. So I think brown would look much better than black, and I think it looks a lot softer and more pretty in photos. So I'm basically just gonna keep going in until I have it how I want it. And then we're gonna like really smoke it out. I'm gonna go in with the Dose of Colors Desi and Katy Friendcation palette. So I'm gonna be going in with Necessary right here in the center. I'm just gonna run this through the crease. I'm not gonna be adding like too much color on my crease and lid. I just want a light wash. Alright, and then just adding a little bit of definition, not too much. I'm going to go in with the chocolatey brown shade, which is Churro. And I'm going to take this brush and I'm just going to pop this in the crease, very concentrated on the outer corner, just to add a little depth and blend it downwards to kind of into the liner. We're going to take shadows and smoke out the liner too. Okay, that's all we're doing in the crease. So now I'm going to take this same smudger brush, but go in with shadow. So I'm going to go in with this dark brown right here. This is what I'm going to use to really smoke out the liner. So now I'm going to take this little brush and use this to really blend and get the smoky look of it kind of fading into nothing. Okay, now just adding a little bit of sparkle. I want something on my lid. I don't want this to be like completely matte. I think it's pretty to have something sparkly on your lid. So this is the ColourPop Amaze Super Shock Shadow. And this is so subtle. It's just like a little glimmer. If you put this on with your finger, it's going to be a lot more intense. So that's why I'm placing it with a brush and kind of just stamping it on. So I get this sheer little glimmer. I don't even know if you can see it, but I can, and it's so pretty. All right, I'm about to move on to the face, but before that we want to cut this edge. And now I'm going to go in with primers. So I'm going to use 2 primers. I'm going to use a blurring primer for my pores and a illuminating primer to give me a glow. Okay, so starting with the illuminating primer, I'm going to be using the Becca Backlight Priming Filter for this. For the blurring primer, I'm going to go in with the Farsali Skintune Blur Perfecting Primer Serum. And I'm just going to place this next to my nose, on my nose, middle of the forehead, and chin, the places where I am the most porous. This stuff is so good, by the way. I really recommend it to everybody because it blurs your pores, but it's moisturizing and it's literally the most amazing thing. It smells amazing. All right, moving on to foundation. Use a foundation that you love and trust. I've said this a million times. I'm in love with my Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. This is in the shade 7.5. But use something that you know looks good in photos, you know covers everything you need it to. All right, today I'm using a brush. I've been using brushes really only, like that's the only thing I've been using. I just like the way it makes my skin look better. I'm just gonna pump straight onto my face because I don't want to get my hand dirty. But this is the BH Cosmetics No. 2 brush, and this is from the Rose Gold collection. And this may not match me right now because I'm not at my full tanned potential. So just don't mind the neck situation because this is what I'm going to be using and I want to use it to show you how it looks with the look. So just ignore that. All right, now going in with concealer. I have a way I love to do my concealer to make it look great in photos. I'm going to take my Marc Jacobs Remedy Concealer Pen in the shade 4. And I'm going to start with this. So this is a light coverage concealer. And I'm going to dot this all over. So this is going to be pretty much the all over concealer. With concealer, also use something you trust. So obviously you can just go in with your full coverage concealer. This is just something for some reason I like to do. Don't know. I just love the way it looks. I think it gives a beautiful finish. So now I'm going to go in with the KKW No. 6 concealer, what I use to prime my eyes. And before I blend out, I like to mix them. So I place this right in the inner tear duct where I have the most darkness. And then I'm going to put it right under the wing. And this has been my favorite brush for concealer lately. This is the Jeffree Star and Morphe brush. And it's the JS3. I love the finish this gives. And it gives you so much coverage. I think like, oh my god. Okay, I don't know. And now I'm going to highlight the rest of the face. So now we're going to cream contour, and this is a mini version, but this is the Complexion Rescue, oh my god, so tiny, Hydrating Foundation Stick from Bareminerals, and this is in the shade Chestnut. Just make sure you're blending upwards with all of this, because when you blend down, you're going to look a bit muddy. Okay, now it is time to set. So I have been absolutely obsessed with this powder. Like, I'm not even kidding. This is the Charlotte's Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder, and this is in the shade 2. Gives the most flawless skin, and you really want to make sure you set for stuff like this where you're going to be taking pictures. Now I'm just taking this Jeffree Star JS2 brush to lightly set the rest of the face. All right, now going in with my Scott Barnes No. 65 brush. By the way, this is amazing. Like, so good. If you don't know who Scott Barnes is, he is JLo's makeup artist, so you can imagine. You know what I mean? So this is really good. And I'm going to bronze first. So to bronze, I'm going to be using a powder that I love and trust, my Anastasia Saddle Bronzer. Alright, and now we're going to contour. I'm going to use the MAC Studio Fix Sculpt and Shape Contour Palette. This is light to medium. Just mixed all 3 of the bottom shades, because I don't know. Using my BH Cosmetics No. 5 brush. I love these brushes. They're so good. Now I'm going to use the first 2 brightening powders to highlight my nose. We're going to go in with a real highlighter later, but I think this really like makes a nose contour. For blush, I'm going to go in with the KKW Blush in Destiny. It's a nice terracotta, kind of peachy color. And I'm going to take my Scott Barnes No. 64 brush and sweep this on my cheeks. Okay, now taking my powder in the same small taper brush I used to set, I'm going to place this under my contour and sculpt myself out a little. All right, I'm gonna do my brows and I'll be right back. All right, so now I'm just setting them. You wanna make sure to set your brows. Don't want them to move all night. You want them to look good for pictures. You never know what can happen with your eyebrows. They can get crazy sometimes. All right, going on to the lower lash line, going in with the same palette. I'm gonna start with the warm brown shade. I'm gonna run this on the lower lash line. This is gonna be really easy. And then taking a skinny liner brush, I'm gonna take the darkest shade we used and stamp that as close to the lash line as possible. And then connect it with the wing. For inner corner highlight and brow bone highlight, we're gonna go in with the Fenty. So for my brow bone, I'm gonna go in with Mean Money, which is the less intense one, but is actually beautiful. And then taking Hustler Baby, which is the like really blingy one. This is going to go in my inner corner. Now I'm just going to take the eyeliner. We started with the Marc Jacobs one, and I'm going to place this in my waterline. Okay, now I'm going to apply my Maybelline Total Temptation mascara and my little outer corner lashes that I showed in my, what did I show this on? My favorite makeup to do when I'm tan. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. You can see how I do this, but I'm going to do this off camera and I'll be right back. All right, mascara and my lashes are on. Changes everything, really like completes it. All right, I'm gonna use the CoverFX Illuminating Setting Spray to set my face, and then we're going to highlight. This is really dramatic, but it works. So you want to make sure you turn your head in the light and see if there's any bubbles, because if there is, you're going to want to tap those out, or else it is going to ruin your makeup. It's going to leave these little circles on your face. All right, so lately I have been loving a super subtle glow, which I know, kind of weird, but I use the side of the Fenty highlighter that no one uses. So this is the Mean Money side, this side that I used on my brow bone. It gives a beautiful glow. Like, I can see it in pictures. I think it looks so pretty. And I'm gonna add a little tiny bit of Hustler Baby on top. But seriously, like, look at that. It's so pretty. And this is one that you don't have to be afraid to put it like everywhere. Like, I put it across my forehead and connect the two sides. Then what I'll do is I'll literally just take the tiniest bit on the tip of Hustler Baby and place it right at the top of the cheek. And then we're gonna hit the nose. The Hustler Baby side, so the intense side. I like my nose highlight to be intense. So we already set with the CoverFX Illuminating Spray, but I always, for an occasion like this, go in with a second setting spray, and it's always gonna be Urban Decay All Nighter. This will lock in your makeup literally forever. All right, last is lips, and honestly with this, you can do whatever you want with the lips, but I'm gonna go with a nude, classic, easy, simple, beautiful. So that's what I'm gonna go with. So I'm gonna go in with MAC Whirl. I just absolutely love this lip pencil. It is the perfect color. It adds the perfect definition. I love it. And I'm going to go in with this Too Faced lipstick in the shade Strip Search. It's a pretty nude, has a pinky tone to it. And then just gonna lightly put this on and tap with my finger. So that is the end of the video, everybody. This is the makeup I'm gonna be doing for prom. Like, this is actually the makeup. I'm not just showing you a random look. I'm gonna be doing this for my prom next weekend. If you want to see what my dress looks like or how I look or whatever, make sure to follow me on Instagram. It's at Whitney Lebamoff. I'll have it down below. But you'll get to see the complete look with my hair done, my makeup, my dress, accessories, my boyfriend, bunch of pictures of my friends. So make sure to go follow me. And yeah. If you enjoyed this video, definitely give it a thumbs up, click that subscribe button, comment down below anything else you'd like to see from me, and make sure you check out my most recent videos. As always, I will see you in the next one.